Alright, nagbabalik ang schoolmates. We are still here with Sir Ray, Sir Paul, and Ella. At kanina before our break, we mentioned about teachers' mental health. So, time immemorial since the pandemic, pinag-uusapan natin importance and concern of mental health, especially for the youth. So, para naman sa mga teachers, do you think there is enough consideration for teachers in terms of their mental health? And as a follow-up na lang din, no, kung Ella, meron ka din ma-share, how do you think students can help them cope with their stressors, no? Especially which I'm sure naman may load talaga yon in your mental health, especially during very difficult times. So siguro simulan ko muna, Sir Paul.
To be honest, as part of the Gen Z, no, danas na danas ko yung mga mental health challenges, especially dumaan yung pandemic, and I experienced both online classes bilang isang estudyante at isang guro. No? So siguro may mga times talaga na may mga challenges mentally. And I can say that teaching itself is one way for me to cope up with it. Kasi whenever I'm inside the classroom, parang napi-feel better ako, to be honest. To be honest, whenever I'm teaching. But it's different if ang reason ay estudyante. Yun yung parang malungkot. Kasi at some point, coping mechanism mo siya eh. Pagtuturo mo siya eh. Pero what if there is this time na
yung stressor mo nasa loob ng class.
Yeah, student na yung nakakadagdag sa'yo. No? So the way, siguro kung nakakatanggap ba ng enough, well, institutions, I think, tinatry naman nila yung best na matulungan din yung mga kaguruan when it comes to dealing with mental health issues. But still, hindi siya ganun kadaling ma-end, and it's a long process.
So, thanks Sir Paul, no? And I'm really sorry na experience mo yon. At two sides of the coin ka pa, both as a student and as a teacher. So, Sir Ray, kayo naman, no? Ano sa tingin nyo yung pwedeng gawin ng mga institutions to help teachers better kaya in terms of their mental health? Lalo na kung, again, ang stressor mo ay nasa loob ng paaralan. So, Sir Ray.
That's a very good question, ma'am. Simulan ko na po yung pagsagot mula doon sa tanong niyo po kanina na anong ginagawa ng institution, particularly sa Department of Education, para matulungan yung mga guro na para maka-cope doon sa kanilang mga mental health problems na dulot ng trabaho kasi talaga naman stressful or challenging ang maging guro. Hindi naman talaga siya madali. Maraming programa ang Department of Education na inilalagay or kinokondak lalong-lalo na pagka-inset o yung tinatawag nating in-service training. Ito yung tinatawag nating middle of the year training na kung saan nag-i-invite kami ng mga licensed guidance counselor and then we are being taught of ways on how to handle stress. At the same time, meron ding tinatawag na team building na kinokonduct din ng school at the end of the school year naman. And this is something na parang more on field trip, swimming, na nakikita naman namin na nakakatulong din naman para sa mga teachers. And moreover, meron ding mga tinatawag nating mga special program, yung mga schools na kung saan, halimbawa sabihin natin, there are identified faculty members na kung saan nagkakaroon sila ng ganitong mga problema. The institution or the school administration reach out to them specifically. So we identify that, lalong-lalo na sa amin, dun sa school, I am part of that committee as the Vice President of the Faculty Association. Tapos, yung mga teachers din, again, pumapasok ko dito yung tinatawag nating pagiging flexible nila.
Correct.
If I may share one of my researches, is we try to look into the coping mechanisms sa mga teachers, lalong-lalo na nung panahon ng COVID-19. Dito kasi talagang lumabas na hindi lang estudyante, kundi yung teacher din, na kung saan napakadami rin talagang gawain. But then, still, that's part of the job, that's part of the duty and responsibilities. At nakita namin na ilan sa mga coping mechanisms nila, apart from sa binibigay na tulong ng Department of Education, ay yung tinatawag nating they talk to their family members, they do exercise, they do Netflix, at marami pang iba.
Kailangan holistic.
Yes, mostly are successful. But then, pag halimbawa, kailangan talaga nila ng tulong, the Department of Education, through the institution where these teachers belong or connected with, nagbibigay ng sapat na assistance.
Right. So, Ella, last na lang, siguro as a student, ano sa tingin mo yung pwedeng maging ambag ng mga estudyante na, syempre, ang mga guro, di lang naman sila guro, pwedeng ama din silang pamilya, their own family members, they are friends, no, that have their own lives. So, siguro, Ella.
Firstly is, isa siguro sa matutulong ng mga estudyante para ma-less yung stress ng teacher nila is first, hindi papasaway po. Kasi dami na pong estudyante ngayon na nagpapasaway, so stress na yung teacher. Lalong-lalo na po pag yung students is absent ng absent.
Correct.
And also, wala silang excuse letter, ganun. And isa na rin po siguro yung sa about study, about sa grades. Kasi isa na po yan sa mga pinoproblema ng teacher if yung students nila is bumabagsak.
Right.
Kasi, syempre,
Do your best in class.
Opo.
Ganon.
Cargo po yun ng teacher kasi sila po yung advisor. So, mamumroblema din po yung teacher. Kasi, students nila yun, tas, bagsak. So,
Right.
isa po yun sa parang, dagdag stress sa
Correct.
teacher. Kasi yung mga students is, hindi nila tinitake na seriously yung lesson. Yung teacher is, nagre-risk po for teaching.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ella. So, once again, maraming salamat po to Sir Ray, Sir Paul, and syempre kay Ella sa pagsama sa atin sa episode na ito at binahagi ninyo ang inyong mga personal na opinion at mga kaalaman. So, syempre, short lang naman to, guys. We should view teachers and students both as people. Kasi they're very complex beings, di ba? Para tayong mga halangan with complex emotions. So marami tayong needs na both kailangan mapunan, both inside and outside of the classroom. But syempre, hindi naman, kumbaga, it's not a free job for teachers to take on all that mental stress. And at the same time, they're also doing that for a living. They have family members to feed. So, syempre, ang kailangan muna nating i-assess is tama ba yung compensation and benefits na ibinibigay sa mga guro? Sa inyong mga institusyon, is it the right environment to help teachers and students grow? Kasi if you are to, di ba, ang mission and vision naman ng bawat institusyon na magturo ay gumawa ng capable and, kumbaga, very competent individuals na ipaproduce mo to society. And the basic of that is due decency and respect. So dapat sa loob pa lamang ng mga classroom, syempre sa mga magulang din natin, no? Hindi porket pag nasa loob ng inyong mga bahay ay mabait ang mga bata, sa eskwelahan ay mabait na rin sila. So syempre dapat hawak kamay ang magulang at ang mga teachers to really mold, kumbaga yung holistic development ng mga kabataan. So guys, mag-aral tayong maigi dahil hindi na po madali ang magpaaral ngayon ng mga kabataan. And with that, sa bawat usapin, sa bawat issue, may boses tayo mga kabataan. Sumali, makinig at makiisa dahil opinion natin ay mahalaga. Kaya naman sabay-sabay nating isigaw sa buong mundo, schoolmates, may pakialam ka!
Isigaw ang